Today we are going to see about inflorescence.
Inflorescence. An inflorescence is a group of flowers arising from a branched or unbranched axis with a definite pattern. Functions of inflorescence is to display the flower for effective pollination and facilitate seed dispersal. The grouping of flowers in one place gives a better attraction to the visiting pollinators and maximize the energy of the plant. Types of inflorescence. Based on the position of inflorescence, it may be classified into three major types. They are terminal, axillary, and cauliflorous. The first one is terminal. Inflorescence grows as a part of a terminal shoot. Example, racemose of medium axillary. Inflorescence present in the axil of the nearest vegetative leaf. Example, hibiscus cauliflorous. Inflorescence developed directly from a woody trunk. Example, Theobroma coca. Based on branching pattern and other characters, inflorescence may also be classified based on branching, number, and arrangement of flowers and some specialized structure. First, intermediate. Second, terminate. Third, mixed inflorescence. And fourth one is special inflorescence. So the first we are going to see about the indeterminate. So indeterminate is otherwise called as racemose. The central axis of the inflorescence possesses terminal bud which is capable of growing continuously and produce lateral flowers is called racemose inflorescence. All flowers are at the base and younger flowers and buds are towards the apex. It is further divided into three types based on the outgrowth pattern of the main axis. The main axis elongated, main axis shortened, and main axis flattened or globose. The first one, the main axis elongated. So the axis of the inflorescence is elongated and contains pedicelated or sessile flowers on it. The following types are discussed under main axis elongated type. Simple resin. The inflorescence with an unbranched main axis bears pedicellate flowers in acropetal succession. Example, mustard. Spike. Spike is an unbranched, indeterminate fluorescence with sessile flower. Spikelet. Literally, it is a small spike. The inflorescence is with branched central axis. Each branch is a spikelet. Sessile flowers are formed in acropetal succession on the axis. A pair of inflorescence bracts called glumule is present at the base. Each sessile flower has a lemma. Lemma is otherwise called as bract, and a pallia. Pallia is otherwise called as bracteole. Tepals reduced to colorless, scaly leaves. Each flower has stamen and pistil only. Example, paddy. The next type is catkin pendulous spike with a long and drooping axis bearing small unisexual or bisexual flowers. It is also called a mint. Spadix. An inflorescence with a fleshy or thickened central axis that possess many unisexual sessile flowers in acropetal succession. Usually, female flowers are found towards the base and male flowers are found at the apex. The entire inflorescence is covered by a brightly colored or hard bract called spathe. Panicle. A branched raceme is called panicle. Example, mangifera. It is also called compound raceme or raceme of racemes. Main axis shortened. Inflorescence with reduced growth of central axis. There are two types, namely corymb and umbel. Corymb, an inflorescence with short pedicellate flowers at the top and long pedicellate flower at bottom. All flowers appear at the same level to form convex or flat-topped racemose inflorescence. Compound corymb. A branched corymb is called compound corymb. Example, cauliflower. Umbel, an inflorescence with indeterminate central axis and pedicellate flowers arise from a common point of peduncle at the apex. Example, allium cepa. Compound umbel. It is a branched umbel. Each smaller unit is called umbellu. Main axis flattened. The main axis of inflorescence is mostly flattened or globose. A head or a capitulum is determinate or indeterminate. Group of sessile or subsessile flowers arising on a receptacle, often subtended by an involucre. Head. A head is a characteristic inflorescence of Asteraceae and is also found in some members of Rubiaceae and Mimosae. Torus contains two types of florets, disc floret or tubular floret, ray floret or ligulate floret. Based on the type of florets present, the heads are classified into two types: homogeneous head and heterogeneous head. Homogeneous. This type of inflorescence exhibits single kind of florets. Inflorescence has disc florets alone. Example, Vernonia. Ray florets alone. Example, Lanuae. Heterogamous head. The inflorescence possess both types of florets. Example, Helianthus and Tridax. Disc florets at the center of the head are tubular and bisexual, whereas the ray florets found at the margin of the head, which are ligulate and pistillate, that is unisexual.